Hi guys, I'm here. Like I said, this is going to be a regular thing either Thursday or Friday at either 5, 6, or 7 p.m. Once a week, I'm going to go live. So I'm here and I'm waiting to see who jumps on. Hi, whoever is there, let me know who you are. Hi, welcome to the live. Comment down below. Let me know who you are. Hi, Al. Welcome. I don't know who else. Somebody else is here. Jump on. Let me know who you are. How's everybody doing this Friday Eve? What are you guys doing? Thumbs up the live when you come in. Let me know down below who's here. I see Al's here. Who else is here? I'll wait for a few minutes before I start talking about what I want to talk about. Maybe nobody will come on because I know this is kind of an odd time. So, how was your day? It's only one person. I thought it was two people here. How was everyone's day? How was your day today, Al? Oui. Okay. Bye. Sorry about that. Thanks for stopping by. Who else is here? Only one person here? Oh, a long day already? Yeah, I just came in for work. How about you? Yeah, I just got in from work maybe about, what time is it? 25 minutes ago? Yeah. Oh, you had an appointment? Well, thanks for stopping by at your appointment. So, I was trying to wait about 10 minutes before I started talking about what I wanted to talk about, but I'm just going to start because nobody else is here. I want to talk about relationships with yourself. I'm going to start off by saying, I don't know any of you. None of you know me. And it's like a process starting off becoming into a relationship with yourself. That's not something I realized until I want to say about 10 years ago. You guys let me know if you guys have come into a relationship with yourself. Hey, Lala. Yes, girl, I do have weight on me. I know you don't believe it, but to me, right now, I'm pretty chunky. Hi, author Sheila D. Welcome to the live. Hey, thumbs it up and hug each other's channel. Like I was just about to say, I'm talking about a relationship with yourself. I want to know if you guys have a relationship with yourself. Let's start off by saying that. And do you know what a relationship with yourself is? Of course, Sheila D says, of course. So Sheila D says, of course. What does that mean to you? Hi, Life as Zaya or Zia. Welcome. What do you mean by saying you have a relationship with yourself, Sheila? Let me know what you mean and everybody else. What's your definition of having a relationship with yourself? Hi, thanks for the hearts. You guys show, I don't know how to say your name, ZIYA, some love, water her garden or his garden. So I don't know what you guys' definition of relationship with yourself, but for me, it is when you come into an awareness of who you are. What do you want from your life? What do you expect of other people? Sometimes you can have many people in your life, but they can be toxic to you, disrespectful. Al says, I got to love myself before I can love anyone else. I know that's right, Al. I feel the same way. Um, Lala says, a relationship with myself is learning what Lala likes to do and doing those things even if I do them alone. Well, that's true, Lala. Um, uh, if he comes, but have fun getting to know me. Yeah. Well, for me, my relationship with myself, Sheila says, I love myself. I'm happy with myself, rather alone or not. I have been single for 8 years. Yeah. Hey, Crushing Goals with Karen. Welcome to the live. You guys hug each other's channels. So for me, I think my awareness came about 10 years ago. I was in a really bad relationship, and you know, I thought, I was talking about what I wanted from my life and what I wanted from him, but it seems that I wasn't. So I said to myself one day, how can I expect certain things from him if I don't even know what I want? Al says, date night with myself so I know what I want in a relationship with someone else. Oh, that's good, Al. Yeah, for me, I had to come to define what I wanted in my life. And sometimes you can go through your whole life without even stopping and pausing and thinking for a minute, what do I want? Insert your name. What does want? And I had to stop, be in a quiet place, think. I had a notebook, started writing out things that I want. And I kind of surprised myself because I thought I wanted X, Y, and Z for my life. But when I started writing out things, making it come from my heart, I was surprised at the things that I was writing down. So sometimes the things that you think you want is not really what you want. It's what other people in your life want for you, but that's not your goals and your objectives. So I had to come into that awareness of myself. And one of the main things that I had to do to come into a relationship with myself is learning that it's okay to do things that I want to do, even if my friends and my family don't support that. So, right, we have to know ourselves before someone can even try to know you. That's so true. So that started about 10 years ago. Purple Gang says, I'm at work, but I had to come say hi. Oh, well, thanks for coming by, Purple Gang. Thumbs it up. And Lala says, I want to travel, shop, and enjoy life. Well, that's something that I'm doing more and more frequently, the older that I get. Enjoying, time just to be by myself, to be silent in my space and to make my thoughts become clear. And one of the things that I really like to do is to just be still and to think about how far that I've come as a human being, as a woman of color, a woman of class, you know. Hey Jenny, welcome to the live. Um, Lala says she's going to Nigeria in April. And that's great, Lala. Um, how do you do your travel arrangements? Um, so, like I was saying, for me, coming into that relationship with myself, I had to decide what I wanted. Like, one of my first things is like, I was in a relationship and the guy I was with was so vain about hair. Oh, I'm not gonna even, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother live, but he was so vain about, me keeping my hair, relaxed, straight, all of that stuff. So And then I noticed I started doing it, to please him. And that's not the best way to have a relationship because you're not being your true self. You're not being authentic with yourself or them. You have to do something because in your core, in your heart, that's what you want. So I always knew, I really didn't really care for relaxers. So I want to say, what was it? What year? Oh, it's not been 10 years. In 2007? 2007? Yeah, the last relaxer I got was in 2006. I just said, no more. This is my very last relaxer. I cut it down really short, like Halle Berry, Anita Baker, wherever kind of haircut. And that was the last time I got a relaxer. I have not got a relaxer since. Um, and then that started my natural hair journey. Well, everybody has a different view about, you know, part coming into the relationship and awareness to themselves. Lala says, I have seriously been thinking about getting an amber rose. I don't know what that means. Oh, the stick of my hair. Lala, you have nice hair. So that was one of the things that started me in my relationship with myself, doing the things that pleased me because my family always said, "Oh, you have nice, relaxed hair. You have to keep your hair relaxed and you have to keep your hair straight because that's what's acceptable. That's what society wants from you. That's what we like. That's what we're used to seeing." But I, oh, Lala says a blonde buzz cut. Well, Lala, if that's what you want to do, uh, you have to do it what's right for you. Jenny says, I love black women's natural hair. It's so beautiful. Well, thank you. Okay. An Amber Rose haircut. I have to Google that. I must be behind on that. But yeah. So I've been natural since 2007. And that's when my journey started. And I have never accepted anything since. I met my husband right after I had been how long? A year natural. Oh, no, not a year. 2007. I met my husband 2010. So I was 4 years natural at that time. That's when I met him, and that was one of the first things that he liked about me was my hair being natural. So for me, that feeds my soul. Is one of those things that I could never accept somebody if they never accepted my hair the way it grows out my scalp, and I was never going to. Yeah, she looks like, hi, how you doing? Yeah, it's nice to have somebody who just loves you just the way that you are organically. The question goes with Karen. Yeah, I love your hair too, Karen. It's wonderful. So that was one of the things that I said I would never accept. I would never accept anybody who doesn't accept me the way that I am, the things that I want, the goals that I have for my life. And yeah, so now I've been natural since 2007, and it's been a journey. Anybody who has coarsely textured natural hair knows the struggle. It's not easy, and society doesn't really accept. Karen says, my husband loves my natural hair also. That's great. I always say, you don't have to have everybody accepting you, who you are, but all that matters is that you accept yourself the way you are, and you have to have a good support team. Al says, I love my hair on most days. Yeah, I feel you. I, I have my hair struggle days. I think today is, luck is a semi good. Luck is second day hair. I did a wash and go yesterday, but living here in Florida, wash and goes don't last but maybe 2 or 3 days. I'm probably gonna have to wash it tomorrow and redo it. But that's enough about hair because that's gonna be a whole new video about accepting your hair. After I oh, she looks like I'm from Florida. Oh, where in Florida are you from? Um, I'm from East Florida, and well, I wasn't born here, but I mean, this is where I live now. Um, so first thing with me and my relationships, these days I'm loving my hair wraps. Yeah, this is wrap season. Most of the times, like I love my little Oh, I'm from Miami. But I live in Chicago. She loves light says. That's good. I hope you love Chicago. She said I just stopped by to show some love. About to edit my video. Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah. So after I went through my process of loving my hair, and then it came to accepting my height, my weight. I'm not a tall person at all by any means. Only 5'3", and learning to accept me the way that I was organically made, and just saying, the way that I am is wonderful and it's beautiful, and I have a purpose, and it's beautiful. So, not accepting society's norms of you, but you saying what I have is valuable, special, important, and nobody has the right to step in that space that belongs to only me. Um, oh, take care, Sheila D. Donald Wilson has a giveaway. Okay, thanks for letting everybody know. Yeah, so after it was my hair, then I had to accept my skin color, my really big eyes. If you guys haven't noticed, I have very large almond shaped eyes. You know, some people say that's a good thing, but sometimes when you don't look like other people, um, you kind of feel outplaced, or other people make you feel like you're strange because you don't look like everybody else. So I had to battle with that in my self love and my relationship with myself, and learning to accept my uniqueness and my beauty. Um, and then after that was my weight. You know, I had always been a very slim and thin person. I know sometimes people think that that's a really good thing, but sometimes it's not. And it's hard. It's hard to be slim all the time because people always throw shade to you. I know people throw shade to people who are overweight, but when you're slim, people are always like, oh, you can always eat what you want to. Oh, you can always, you're so skinny. That's one of my really pet peeves. If you want to really tick me off, say I'm skinny. Um, I think it's really rude. It's just the same rudeness as calling someone fat. Yeah, my blood pressure is going up because talking about people saying skinny. But I think that once you come into your own awareness, your own self love, and respect for yourself, that you have to learn to accept yourself the way that you are. I don't know. Someone just said hello. What did Lola just say? It went so fast. Lala just said you aren't skinny, you are normal size. Well, I know that's what I'm talking about, Lala. A lot of people will say that to me. You're so skinny, you're so skinny. And to me, I feel it's the same rudeness as someone saying that you're fat. Especially you don't know what kind of issues a person has going on in their life, that you should be encouraging them, nurturing them. But to say someone's skinny is like, for me, it felt like someone saying I'm malnutrition, like something is wrong with me, which is really rude. Just like I would never say to somebody that they're fat, because that's rude too. You have to consider one another and show everybody, love and consideration that you would want. So, what do you guys, how do you guys feel about your relationship with yourself. Is everybody in a good relationship with themselves right now? When I lost weight, they are saying that, but I am going back quickly. I am trying to stay slim thick. Okay, I hear you, Lala. See, I don't know. Real right now, I just, however, when I gain weight, I'm happy with it. When I lose weight, I'm happy with it. Whatever weight I'm at, it doesn't matter. It's just numbers on a scale. What matters is what's in my brain, what's in my heart, who I love, who loves me back. To me, that's the only things that matter in my life, because I know you guys don't all know, because you guys are all subscribed to my channel for a while, but 2016 my dad passed away, and 2017, 7 months after my dad died, my mom died. And then 4 months after that, a really dear friend of mine passed away. And then another 3 months after that, my aunt died. So in a really short period of time, I lost the four most important people in my life. So that's when I put on the pounds. I put on, since 2016, I put on about 16 pounds. And it may not be like a big deal to everybody, 16 pounds, but I know that that's unhealthy weight, that I need to get rid of all those toxins, because that's when I was just eating to feel sorry for myself, woe is me. Nobody else could ever, I felt like nobody else could feel the pain that I was feeling, which is not true. I was just being selfish, licking my wounds. So I did that for about a year. Hi, is it Tim? Welcome, everybody. Welcome him. Lala says she lost her dad, her mom, and my mom, which was her best friend. Yeah. So I feel like I'm just starting to recover, since the last death that I had was my aunt, who passed away in October of 2017. Yeah, welcome, Tim. So, yeah, it's been about a year since my aunt died. Yeah, October coming will be a year since she passed away. No. October 2017. It's going to be 2 years. So it's about 2 years since all the deaths have, happened. So I feel like I'm just starting to have some strength, like just started to want to live, without just bust out crying. So I don't think you ever get over it, all the pain, but you just learn to cope with it. And that's part of my relationship. I think it's something continuous, that you continue to work on your relationship with yourself forever. And I had to just like shake myself off, like, shows you that that there's more to life than just the people who are in it, that life goes on after them, and that you have a purpose, that you're still around for a reason. And yeah, there was about, I don't know, like after my dad died, it was about 6 months. Yeah, it was like 6 months after he died. Like I was like in a severe depression, because he died from end-stage cancer. So it was like I just started to cope with him being gone, and then my mom died. Yeah, so it was like take one step forward and take three back. And then it was like, then my close friend died, which is like, so I felt like I just kept taking steps back, like, and I know at one point during the 4 years, yeah, not 4 years, 2016 to 19. Yeah, so the past 3 years. In the past 3 years, I feel like I've just started to learn, how to cope, that it's okay to cry. And one thing I will say, when you're going through all these struggles, you really find out who is really your friends, who really loves you. Tim says, for me, only Zoloft worked after my dad passed away. Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. Because the only thing that helped me, I'm a person that I had to cry. I just had, after my dad died, there was a time, because I was working nights at this time. There's a time in those 6 months when he passed away that I cried. I want to say probably 20 hours out the day. I should have been sleeping, but I mean, I cried. I would wake up crying, go to bed crying, just until I just cried myself to pieces. Um, and it wasn't good because like I was starting to get like high blood pressure because I wasn't sleeping. All that stuff wasn't good for me. So, and all I was doing is just eating enough to stay alive. I was probably eating maybe a can of soup for the whole day. So I was having a lot of unhappy, unhealthy thoughts and feelings. But yeah, I just feel so much better. And right now, I'm a testimony to a lot of people that you can, go on after death, that you can have a life, a really great one, even though they're gone. And to keep encouraging everybody, if you have people in your life, and Tim says, I wish I could cry. Make Crying makes pain go away. Hmm. I know, Tim. Everybody doesn't deal with grieving in a different way. Because if you guys don't know, I have many siblings. I have 7 other siblings. And each one of my siblings handles it differently. Me and my sister, I think she's my middle sister, she is like me. I have to have my good cry. Like, if I miss them or I'm thinking about them, sometimes I just know I need some time to cry, and I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be by myself and cry, and then I just feel so much better. And then I'm like, that's done. I also had to give myself a time limit so I wouldn't cry the whole day away like I was before. So I was like, you can have 5 minutes to cry, and then that's enough. Feeling sorry for yourself, time to think about other people, think about some positive things, think about all the things that you have in your life that's wonderful and beautiful. Yeah, so that was after, dealing with those deaths. Then I had to, hi, Miss Charisse. Welcome to the live, everybody. Welcome her. I was just talking about the relationships, that the relationship that you have with yourself. Just want to ask you, Miss Therese, how do you feel about your relationship with yourself? Are you in a good spot? Right now, I'm in a very good spot in a relationship with myself. But I can tell y'all, a year ago, I was not in a good place. I think sometimes people just want to put up a facade and say, I'm doing great. Oh, you're not. I'm sorry, honey. Yeah, there's some times where you're in a space where it's not good. But I just want to encourage you, whoever is not in a good space in their life, that it's going to get better. And the only way that it's going to get better is that you have to put into the work. I'm sorry, Miss Joyce. You're just crying. I'm sorry. Well, it's nothing wrong with crying. However it is that you deal with your problems, that's the way that you deal with it. and it's okay. Sometimes I have to have a good cry. Other times I have to write out. Sometimes the crying is not even about the grieving that you're going through or the frustration is about something completely different, and I have to write it out. Like, I'm so mad at so and so for that they did this to me. And sometimes you just have to confront your pain or your struggle, and that's the only way that you can get through it. But if you constantly keep it in, it's not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit you or your family or anybody else. There was only 2 people here in the live. I guess I'm boring everybody talking about my problems. How do you forgive yourself for being better to others than yourself? Oh, that's a good one. Well, for me, mysteries, I am the last child of 10. I have 7 other siblings. 2 of my siblings passed away way before I was born. So I'm used to being the youngest, you know. Everybody would say I'm spoiled. So I guess you could say I was always used to everybody taking care of me. And then it got to the point where everybody started getting older, had their own lives, and they kind of just like dropped out of my life. And like no explanation, just like, okay, now I'm older and I'm just gonna drop out of your life. Like no explanation, no, like the people that I expected to be there for me for a while to be supportive as I was used to them being there to support me were not there. So I had to learn to start giving to others. And in the same token, when you give to others, you have to also give to yourself, you know? And that's part of the self love. Uh, Joseph is here. Hi, Joseph. Welcome to the live. Everybody show Joseph some love, and hug each other's channel. Yeah, how do you forgive yourself? Well, Mistress, I would start by writing down what it is about yourself that you feel like you need to forgive yourself for. For me, I had to forgive myself for not giving myself the love and attention that I deserve. I think sometimes as women, you know, no shade to the men. I think as women, hi, Miss Breezy Bree. Welcome to the live. Everybody thumbs it up and show each other some love on their channel. Um, I think mysteries sometimes for a long time, you know, I really didn't know how to give that love to yourself because unless you have a good relationship with other women in your life, you know, maybe your mom, your grandma, your aunt, a friend who shows you how important it is to show love to yourself, you know, by taking some time that's only your time, you know, even if it's 5-10 minutes, writing down whatever your thoughts of the day are, you know, having, for me, I had to start doing some daily mantras after, you know, all the deaths that happened. I had to start telling myself, feeding myself that positive, you know, those positive words of encouragement, telling myself, you know, that I'm important, that I matter, that I'm beautiful, that I'm special, that I'm valued, that I have a purpose, that I'm going to do great things, that I'm going to travel, I'm going to have my children. You have to feed yourself the things that you wanted. And at the time, sometimes when you're going through a situation, you feel like because you don't possess something that you want right now, that it will never happen. But it's not true. You know, there is a great life ahead of you for mysteries. And everybody here that's in the live, no, I don't, I can't listen to noise while I'm sleeping. I'm a person that the only noise that I can listen to is like maybe like rain, or it has to be something calming, but like somebody talking is kind of annoying to me. So if you can listen to positive affirmations in your sleep, That's really good. Justice says, I feel like the most important thing is that you have to take care of yourself and your health. Yeah, that's true. So, Miss Juries, I think for you, I would recommend you getting a journal, start writing out your feelings and what you think, is important and valuable to yourself because only you can know what's important for you. What do you want from your life? Um, yeah, you have to know that you're special and unique. Um, yeah, you have to be, I feel like a lot of times that people can feed other people's, they can feed each other's soul, other people's soul, like, oh, you're wonderful, you're special, you're important. And they will put all of their energy into other people, but they don't put that same energy back into themselves, like taking a time I have to take time as soon as I wake up and I have to pray and I have to, you know, talk about all the things I'm thankful for, all the things that, He's gotten me through, and where I'm going, and to help me to be strong, to help other people, and to help me to keep loving the ones that I have that are still alive. Because sometimes, like, after someone passes away, it's like you have to learn like a whole new life without them. So I had to learn that, now that I'm alive still, that I have other people in my life that need me, that love me, that I'm valuable to. So that helped me to go on and to be strong. So I hope everybody finds themselves to be in a space. If it's not today, then maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, but continue to feed yourself that positivity, once a week. I have my husband, but I don't wait on my husband to get flowers. I love to see fresh flowers, and I put fresh flower every single Friday, which will be tomorrow. I give myself that gift of flowers, and just to say, you're awesome. You deserve beautiful things just like you, and that's my gift to myself. That's part of my self love, and also taking time to be out there in nature. And you guys know I live in Florida, so I go by the water, look at the birds and the dolphins. And also, volunteering, Miss Joyce, will really help you to feel good about yourself. Sometimes you need a new focus in your life. I like to volunteer, at soup kitchens or women's shelters, those who are in domestic violence, relationships. Sometimes you have to give to others to be able to receive. Sometimes when you look at other people's situation, people who are, I wouldn't say you're better off than them, but that sometimes you can just be in a better situation than them. Sometimes you just need somebody to pull you up. And I can say that because after everything that happened, after all those deaths, I had a really dear friend. At the time, we weren't really close, but now she's a really dear friend to me because she pulled me up saying, yes, yes, family is good as long as you get along. To me, I have my close friends. I have two best friends, and they feed my soul constantly. If you don't have people in your life that feed your soul constantly, you need to get rid of them. I don't know if you guys heard me. If you don't have people in your life that feeds your soul constantly, you need to get rid of them. So, what do I mean by that? That means that I no longer answer text messages from negative people. Um, it's always like, oh, my life isn't going good. I don't have any money. Hi, Tabitha Marie. Welcome to the live. Everybody, show her some love and hug her channel. I was just talking about self love, and yeah, so I had to get rid of some people in my life who were, hi, I can't read your name, but hi. Um, I was just saying I had to get rid of some people in my life who were draining me. They were draining me in every which way, you know. It was always complaining about something, complaining about, I don't have any money, my life is terrible. Everything was always a complaint. There was always never any positive. Everything in their life is a negative. And if you have people like that, they're joy suckers. They will suck all the joy out of you. And you think you're trying to help them, but you really aren't helping them, you know? So I had to get rid of those kind of people. And everybody now in my life, I classify them as my family. There's no friends thing. Either you're my family or you're not. Crushing Goals with Karen says, hi, Tabitha, welcome. Yeah, so that's what I did. What are you guys? Yeah, it's good to let them go. Sometimes we hold dead weight for too long. You're right. And I don't know why. You kind of know already that people aren't really there for you and really care about you, but you still like hold on because you just kind of expect them to, it's like they're not there for me right now, but maybe they will be, but they keep letting you down and draining you. Yeah, if somebody doesn't have any money, lend them $100 and then they disappear. Oh, Mystery says, I hold on, that's my problem. Yeah. Yeah, so one of the first things that I did to getting my happiness and all my joy back, I sent text messages to everybody who was in my phone list, all the people, and I told them, every single person in my phone list, I told them, if you're not going to contribute to my joy and my happiness, please delete me from your phone. Because I'm no longer going to feed into the toxic, always negative. Oh, my life is terrible. Nothing is ever going right for me. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is. You can't have those kinds of people in your life. So I had to let them go. Oh, it says nobody here is here in my life. So I guess everybody left. So everybody, thanks for stopping by. Is everybody gone? Mysteries, you have to let them go if they're adding joy and happiness and peace, and not adding. Yeah, if they're not adding it, yeah, you have to let them go. So that's what I did. I had to let all these people in my life go, and I really got to see who was really for me and who wasn't. Because I got some nasty messages back, people saying, forget you, and or I'm selfish. I got some people saying I was selfish. Mystery says, I know, but for me it's family. Mysteries, do they live with you? Are these people who live with you? Are these people who live with you, Mysteries? Oh, Karen says, I am here. I'm getting ready to go to Zumba. Well, thanks for stopping by, Karen. I appreciated you being in the live and commenting. I'm still waiting to hear back from Mysteries. Is it family who lives with you? I know for me, um, I just stopped communicating with people who were family by blood. Some, not all. Well, the first thing to getting my mental clarity back and my joy and my happiness, I had to write letters to some people, you know. Some people you can talk to them face to face, other people you can't say, but you're going to have to text it, write it, or say it to them that, if you're not going to talk about, oh, bye bye, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I had to tell people in my life, family can be the worst. Put boundaries to in place to protect yourself. Yeah, you have to put boundaries out there. Yeah, I had to tell people in my life, like, I no longer am going to be supplying you with money. Whatever it is that, that is causing you this struggle, and only you know what that is. You have to tell them, I'm no longer going to be feeding into your negativity. Hi, Ruth. Welcome to the live. I had to tell people in my life, I'm no longer going to feed into your negativity. I'm no longer going to be giving you money. Um, I can't deal with the toxic relationship. It can't just be one sided, when it comes to relationships. A relationship is just that, it's two sided. And if you feel like you're the only one doing something in the relationship, and I don't mean, there's many sides to support. Support is not just financial, it's emotional, it's spiritual. Yes, hi Ruth, welcome. It's spiritual, it's all those things, And if you don't have somebody in your life feeding you, financially, emotionally, spiritually, just increasing. Hi to Voclam. I don't know what your real name is. I hope I didn't butcher it. Sorry. I'm just talking about relationships and how I had to learn to cut off people, um, friends, people. Hi, welcome to the live. Everybody, thumbs it up. Yeah, so I had to decide who was worth showing my love to. And only you can answer that, Miss Therese. You have to decide who is worth my time and my love. Um, and if you feel like the person is not worth your time, your love, and your support, you just start distancing yourself from them. Just start stepping back. Like, one of the most valuable things that you have is your time. And if somebody is not, you know, is supporting you, it doesn't have to be equal, but like not giving you time and not encouraging you and saying you can do things and you can, you're going to do something great, or I'll support you with this, or take care of your kids if you need to go somewhere. Support goes all different kinds of ways, but if somebody isn't feeding you or fueling you to be able to, she says, I'm going to be a little late to Zumba. Don't be late. If somebody isn't feeding you or nurturing your spirit by being a good friend to you, I think sometimes Mystery says, I don't have kids. I couldn't be a mother. Uh, well, it's not just if you have kids. It doesn't matter what your status is in your life, whether you're a mother, whether you're not a mother, whether you're a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, a cousin, whatever you are in your life, you need to have people in your life that love you, nurture you, support you, constantly feed you with good things, telling you how important you are, how you're going to make it through whatever struggle you have today. And if you don't have people like that in your life, you need to distance yourself from them. Um, Tell them goodbye. Because if you keep having draining people who are draining you in whatever way, if they're draining you spiritually, they're draining you mentally, they're draining you physically, you need to cut that off, because if you don't, you're gonna end up sick, or you could already be sick for that reason. So you have to take care of yourself. Part of having a good relationship with yourself is loving yourself, and loving yourself means learning. I have my husband. I have other people in my life, but there is a part in me that only belongs to me. My husband can't go into that space. You know, that's only my space for me, and it's a place where I don't allow disrespect. It's just like sometimes I feel like I'm disrespecting myself, like, you know, being there for other people. They're not being there for me. So I had to learn to and I don't even tell people all the time when I'm, tired of them. I just start stepping back slowly, 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 until I just disappear out of their life. And another thing that I did is, if I see, um, yes, take care of yourself, self love, right? So, one of the things that I did, part of my self love and my relationship with myself, I have my phone. And I started going through my phone list, and anybody, if I haven't talked to you in the past 6 months or a year, I delete your number. Because if you haven't thought about me to call me, for good reasons, you know, I delete you. I'm done with you. You don't have a purpose in my life. You're not feeding me in any way. I, you have to go. And also other people who are in your life who are toxic. And even if they call you, I've told people I don't want you to call me anymore. And I know sometimes that can sound harsh, but sometimes you have to set a high standard for yourself. And if you don't set a high standard for yourself, nobody else will. You have to be present for yourself, and love yourself. So, no video yet, mysteries. So, anything else you guys want to talk about? Because I'm going to stay on here for another 5 minutes. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Love yourself, right? You have to love yourself, and it's not easy, you know. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. So I'm going to encourage everybody who's still on the live to love yourself. And if you haven't, I'm going to take you through my morning mantra. I say to myself, you woke up and you matter. Say, I matter. I'm special. I am important. I have a purpose in this life. I'm going to do special things, and I will only carry things in my mind and my heart that I'm not going to cry. I'm only going to carry things in my mind and my heart that will fulfill me. Oh, Mysteries, you're welcome. I welcome you here. I'm happy you're here, and I hope you're feeling better. And I hope that I say something that is going to be encouraging to you or to anyone here that's in the live. It's important that you guys have a good relationship with yourself. Spend some time by yourself alone, or, do the things that you want to do. You know the things that you want to do: singing, poetry, dancing, something artistic, hair videos. Bye, Karen. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next week, hopefully. Yeah, you guys, I'm fine. Loopster Goldfish, welcome to the live. I was just about to go. I'm going to only be in here for about maybe 4 or 5 more minutes. Yes, to see you next week. Everybody say bye to Karen. I hope you have a good time at Zumba. Um, oh, Lala says I used to do poetry. Why don't you do poetry anymore, Lala? That's part of my she says I love poetry. I love no, she says I love karaoke. Yes, bye Karen. I really enjoy, you know, my poetry. Um I love just spending some time thinking about my family that has passed away. Um, it's not with tears anymore. I think about them with joy. I think about them with all the good memories that we had together. Those things will always be in my heart. So, another good thing that I just started doing recently is writing out a food journal. That's part of my self care, self love. Um, I don't. Sometimes you don't realize how you're self sabotaging yourself by the things that you eat. And sometimes by writing down my poems were emotional. Check my 911 video. I did 2 poems. Okay, Lala, I'll check that out. I forgot. It just went out my brain what I was talking about. Oh man, just went blank. Well, yeah, so you guys have to do things that fuel your soul and continue to be positive and love yourself and have people in your life that support you. You know, sometimes all you need is one. You don't have to have a big support team, but if you just have one person and every morning you text each other or talk to them and tell them, you know, you're special, you matter, you're important. I'm glad you're in my life. I'm so proud that I have about 5 close girlfriends, which are my sisters. Um, Sisters not by blood, but by heart. And we text each other and call each other on a regular basis to encourage each other. And we're all different ages. My oldest girlfriend is in her 60s, and the youngest one, my youngest girlfriend, she's 20. So I have a very various age support system that whatever age you're going through, you need support. And sometimes you don't always possess that support within your blood family, but you don't, you know, you may not always have it in your blood family, but my tribe of my sisters, we are love. I love them. You know, they're my sisters of my heart. You know, if you don't possess, you know, the relationships that you want, create them. Create them. So, yeah. And I created them, you know, just by reaching out to different women who I think are amazing and special and important and have goals, and they've been through a lot of struggles, but they're really strong, and I admire them and I love each and every one of them. They're sisters of my heart. So, yeah, I'm really blessed to have them in my life. So, I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to go in about a minute. I've been talking your ear off. I hope that this live has been encouraging, and I would appreciate it if you thumbs it up. I hope you guys got some watering of your garden and feeding for your soul and your mind, to be encouraged that no anything very important matter. I told you that today. I'm telling you. So you matter, and I'll see you guys. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna do the live Thursday. It may. I think it may have to be Thursday. So next Thursday about this time, I'm gonna do another live, and The next time I'm going to talk about different kind of relationships, not the relationship with yourself, but I'm going to talk about relationships on the job because that's another drama filled experience. How you can cope with that. So we'll talk about that next Thursday. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs it up, and I enjoyed talking with you guys. Let's keep encouraging each other because each and every one of you matter and you have a purpose. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.